I'm sorry, but if you ever catch me in a duel, I'm coming for you, son, right? I'm coming for you. What's going on, guys? Andrew here with yet again another natural reaction. The only reaction channel where we're not throwing away our shot. Also the reaction channel where we encourage you folks out there to open yourselves up to something new. I have, and it's been freaking changing my life thanks to you. And hey, you should probably go down there and click that subscribe button for me, or follow me on the Instagrams at The Real Natural Reaction, or support me on the Patreon if you enjoy the content and you'd like to keep these videos coming. Anyway, if you clicked on this, you know we're taking our fifth, I believe, look at freaking Hamilton. We're gonna finish this bad boy up today. It's been taking too long and I apologize, but I'm excited about it. Last time we left off, Mr. Washington is leaving office, right? Jefferson is gonna be running for president. And also BURR and the other fellows kind of ganged up on Mr. Hamilton and found out about his money situation, about his hush money situation, I suppose. And that's where we left off, and I'm excited. Before we get back into it, special shout outs to people in those comments who've been following along, like Europide's Ghost. Hey, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I think I mentioned about what it's like live. It looks dope on the video after it's edited and stuff. And this person mentions, yes, it sounds the same on Broadway. I saw it with the OC, the original cast, and it's the same sound. Visually, the lighting is the best I've ever seen in a Broadway production. Nice. Only major difference is the camera angles. Nice, nice. On a positive note, the close-ups are amazing. Nice, I agree. I appreciate the feedback, and that's pretty dope that you got to see it live. Of course, Alicia Grossman out there, how's it going? I appreciate you. Says, in real life, Angelica was already married before Hamilton met Eliza. Lin-Manuel, did I say that right? Probably not. I don't know, you little rascals. Said he changed her story to give it a little twist, but he and Angelica had a very close relationship and did exchange letters. She is his confidant. Oh, so maybe they're not like in love, like kind of what I'm getting the vibe of, but maybe they're just actually close friends or something? I don't know. And this is where I saw that in the second act, you'll see many actors play different parts. It's because either their character died or was no longer relevant to the story, and that makes a lot more sense. I appreciate you for watching and commenting. I hate it here says, yes, I was waiting for this. I love your thoughts. Smiley face. Well, hey, I hate it here. I love your thoughts. Hopefully you don't hate it here right now. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Who else? Paloma, Rogeri. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but I appreciate you. Little theory here, a little story. Talking about Lawrence and Hamilton. Someone had to explain to him. Historians theorized that Lawrence was gay, and that Hamilton was bi. Alexander and Lawrence were kind of in love. The proof was in the love letters between Alexander and Lawrence. They cared a lot for each other, had a deep relationship. Lawrence's death was a turning point on Hamilton's life, as he was never the same. You could search the letters on Google, but there's the most iconic one. Then they go through a letter. If that's real, that's actually an interesting thought. And I guess I never really thought about that, you know? I mean, I guess it's kind of like taboo or something to be like gay people, but it's not like all of a sudden like being gay is, or you know, gay marriage or something is legal and now gay people exist. Like they obviously existed back then, but that's an interesting theory. You know, thinking about Alexander Hamilton and stuff in that way. I never heard about that until right now. Anybody know about that? Let me know. Interesting. Anywho, Elise out there says, I'm so glad you're doing these with little smiley and hearts. Well, hey, smiley and hearts back to you. I appreciate that you're watching. Super cool. This channel has been changing my life, and I appreciate you folks. And by the way, today is technically supposed to be live/event/ I don't know, that kind of day. So after we're done with this play, let me know what other kinds of things you guys want to check out. Some really popular concerts, I don't know, Super Bowl performances, anything like that. Plays, Broadway stuff, whatever. Let me know, duders. Chris Sokol says, what happened to the video? Oh yeah, and another person says, does anyone know why there isn't any reaction? Probably talking about, I think it was part 2 or something. Disney has been on me for, they've been blocking things left and right. So before I started blurring out the video, they probably blocked it. It's either on my Instagram or if you go on my Patreon and support me there, all the videos and everything will be available that gets blocked on my channel here. So thanks for watching. Thanks for trying anyway. Last but not least, Lily Poldzin out there says, Lynn did an interview a few days before the movie came to Disney Plus, and he talked about all of that in it. Not sure what all of that she is referring to, but I appreciate you watching. Thanks for letting me know. And actually, after I'm done with this, finally today, I will check out the interview and see, you know, some more little background information, I suppose, and what they were thinking. And with that, I'll just pull up Hamilton where we left off last time. Pretty much BURR being a snake, being like, yo, I mean, we'll see what happens, I guess. Maybe or maybe I won't tell on you, you know? Which is exciting, but I'm excited because... I don't know, because I just say that all the time at this point. That's just my thing that I say. But I really am. I really am excited. I'll try not to say it unless I really mean it, though, from now on. Anyway, without further ado, let's press play. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. Thanks for watching.
And we both know what we know.
By the way, Disney Plus is a dope app. Just saying. Been messing with it recently. I'm into it. Close-ups are dope.
In the eye of a hurricane there is quiet.
Hey, sorry, that shot looks very familiar. I feel like they used that one. Whoops. Whoops, I accidentally summoned Siri on my laptop here. That was my apologies. But I feel like this shot specifically, I feel like I've seen in the, what's it called? In the preview, or, you know, the advert, I suppose, for this. Anyway, I will actually try to shut up, though.
For just a moment, yellow sky. When I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die.
Is that in the Caribbean, where he's from?
Everything down far as I could.
Is that even true? Somebody said that in the comments.
I wrote my way out. I looked up and the town had its eyes on me.
This is an interesting one, huh?
To played around, and total strangers moved to kindness by my story. Raised enough for me to book passage on a ship that was New York bound. I wrote my way out of hell. I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the clock in the bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems into existence. When my prayers to God were met with indifference, I picked up a pen. I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet. Just a moment, hello sky. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We were sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die.
Jeez. So geez, for a second I was kind of like, man, this one's like way different. He's even like singing different and stuff, but this one's just really expressing like all of his like life's agony and pain and stuff, which is why he's like, I feel like singing different and kind of with different emotion, like the sadness. And wow, is this stuff real, by the way? Is that like his real damn story? This is like insane, by the way, just saying. And I guess if it's history, then it's probably real, but it's just a lot to deal with. And then this cat, like he said, writing financial systems and whatever. Geez, it's insane. This gives me a whole like newfound respect for these cats who lived back in the day, just history and like the country in general, I suppose. This is awesome.
I'll write my way out, write everything down far as I can see.
Write my way out. That is almost like what he's trying to do, right?
With honesty, this is the eye of the hurricane. This is the only way I can protect my legacy. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait. The Reynolds pamphlet.
The Reynolds pamphlet.
The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this? Alexander.
Oh man, see, these are the times where I wish I kind of was a little more, I don't know, brushed up. Is that how you say it? On my history. I don't know what the Reynolds pamphlet is, but I'm definitely going to be looking stuff up long after watching this. Trust me.
Hamilton had a torrid affair, and he wrote it down right there. Highlights.
Oh, so they told on him?
Is a connection with one James Reynolds. For purposes of
Oh.
speculation, my real crime is an amorous connection with his wife for a considerable time with his knowing consent. Damn! I had frequent meetings with her, most of them in my own house.
Frequent meetings with her.
Mrs. Hamilton with our children being absent on a visit to her father. No. Have you read this? Never gonna be president now. We're never gonna be president now. We're never gonna be president now. One less thing to worry about. One less thing to worry about.
And they're like laughing in his face about it.
All the way from London.
Angelica, thank God someone understands what I'm struggling here to do.
I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we
Oh
have
man.
aside.
Oh man, so I think I was like off with that. Maybe they weren't like in love instead. Like they were just kind of close friends, and she's obviously backing her sister now and stuff like that. Man, everyone's turning. I can't believe they just like told on him. It really seems like the same situation could happen today, right? Where they kind of smear people's names in their ads and stuff. Like I said in the last video, it's really crazy how like how so much has changed, yet a lot has stayed the same kind of deal, right? Basically, smack talking has stuck around, party people. Beefs have stuck around. Never gonna be president. I love that.
Never gonna be president now. One less thing to worry about. One less thing
Oh snap, the king's out and everything. So apparently that's the Reynolds pamphlet.
You ever seen somebody ruin their own life? His poor wife.
I loved how that song was already sneaking in before it was done. You heard the piano kind of creeping in. Dope transitions. Sorry, I guess that's one thing that I literally am just thinking of now that might have to be different with a Broadway show than like performing just songs or something. Like you do have to keep that flow pretty consistent and be able to kind of go right into it. So I don't know, I guess that has to be kept in mind while writing the songs and stuff and, you know, putting it all together. Interesting. Just thinking out loud, duders. Remember, subscribe if you're new to the channel and you enjoy my content / me stealing everybody else's content every day.
I saved every letter you wrote me.
Oh, she gonna break up with him now?
The moment I read them,
Not gonna be played a fool.
you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive?
I like her voice. She's got a nice high voice, right?
Careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive. You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals.
Alice is out of paragraphs.
I'm rereading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching and scanning.
Damn, these are some dope words, by the way.
For some kind of sign, and when you were mine, the world seemed to burn.
You were mine. World seemed to burn. Sad.
You published the letters she wrote you. told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. In clearing your name, you have ruined our lives.
Oh man.
Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you'd done? She said, you've married an Icarus. He's flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph.
Oh.
They perceive you.
Oh man. These are amazing lyrics, actually. I just got crazy chills. Like the first verse, she was basically like praising him and all of his like genius writing and stuff, and then she turns around and like it's like on second look after losing that kind of magic, how you think about somebody, you look at it again, and upon further inspection, it's calling him paranoid and all that stuff. Wow, that's intense. That's like a genius way of looking at it. So this is kind of like her perspective of that. Probably a horrible situation at the time, which is pretty crazy because we're still talking about it a couple hundred years later. So that kind of sucks for her, you know. We're kind of like, I don't know, off of her pain. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I can't even talk today. I'm just thinking out loud. This is like, I don't know, lots of emotions and things happening watching this thing. Comparisons and such. How they perceive you. He really is more into his work than anything else. He is like obsessive with what he needs to complete with his time on the earth, you know? Oh, she's gonna break up with him.
Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart. I'm watching it.
Oh man.
Watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. When burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place
Oh
in
man.
our bed.
Makes me sad. Getting chills though.
With only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you
Like her voice. Hope you burn. Man, that made me sad. So she was not happy about this. Jeez. Not happy about this. I wonder if that's true. Did she actually burn like a lot of letters and things? So we actually don't even know what happened. Wow. Sorry, that like actually made me sad. That's like pretty intense, right? Again, kind of still we deal with the same kind of situations in the current reality that we live in, I suppose. Jeez.
Meet the latest graduate at King's College.
His son?
I shouldn't brag, but dag, I amaze and astonish. The scholars say I got the same virtuosity and brains as my pops. The ladies say my brain's not where the resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man, like my father, but bolder. I shoulder his legacy with pride. I used to hear him say that someday I would blow us all away.
Blow us all away.
Mr. George.
I'm just saying, like, every time the sun comes in, he seems like a badass, right? He's kind of like a pimp up in here. Oh, I like that line. What he said, that's not as far as the resemblance goes or whatever. Nice.
Gotta be my own man, like my father, but bolder. I shoulder his legacy with pride. I used to hear him say that someday I would blow us all away. Ladies, I'm looking for Mr. George Eaker. Made a speech last week, our 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that. I'm making my father proud.
I saw him just up Broadway a couple of blocks. He was going to see a play.
Well, I go visit his box.
God, you're a fox.
Y'all look pretty good in your frocks. How about when I get back, we all strip down to our socks?
Oh, snap. I don't know what frocks are. But it sounds cool. Let me know what frocks are down there.
George! George!
I'm trying to watch the show.
You should have watched your mouth before you talked about my father, though.
I didn't say anything that wasn't true. Your father's a scoundrel, and so it seems to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't fool around. I'm not your little schoolboy friend.
We'll see you on the dueling ground. That is unless you want to step outside and go now.
I know where to find you. Piss off. I'm watching the show now.
Dang. Wouldn't give him the time, huh?
Pops, if you had only heard the shit he said about you, I doubt you would have let it slide, and I was not about you.
Slow down.
I came to ask you for advice. This is my very first duel. They don't exactly cover this subject in boarding school.
Did your friends attempt to negotiate a peace?
He refused to apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease.
Where is this happening?
Across the river in Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey.
All right. So this is what you're gonna do. Stand there like a man until Iker is in front of you. When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair.
What if he decides to shoot? Then I'm a goner.
No, he'll follow suit if he's truly a man of honor. To take someone's life, that is something you can't shake. Philip, your mother can't take another heartbreak.
Father.
Promise me? You don't want this young man's blood on your conscience.
Okay, I promise.
Come back home when you're done. Take my guns. Be smart. Make me proud, son.
My name
Oh,
is
man.
Hitler. I am
I really don't know this part of history, but I feel like, is his son gonna get killed or something like that? He gave him advice to go and do that, but his son got killed. I mean, he's like escaping freaking hurricanes and his mom's dying in his arms and he's got a hard life, so I figured why not like have a freaking kid get killed also, right? While you're trying to write freaking history.
and I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide.
I'll snap.
Mr. Eaker, how was the rest of your show?
I'd rather skip the pleasantries. Let's go. Grab your pistol.
Confer with your men. The duel will commence after we count to 10. Count to 10. Look 'em in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. And slowly and clearly aim your gun towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I knew it. Hey, I was just gonna say, I was like, wait, how is he like slow motion, like falling back, by the way? They got some cool effects up in here, by the way, like I even like how they lit the paper on fire a minute ago. But I do remember they have that like circle spinny floor or whatever, right? So he probably just was like leaning back while it kind of took him back and then the other guy caught him there, but that looks cool. Man, I knew it. I knew that other guy wasn't gonna fall for that BS pointing to the sky. I'm sorry, but if you ever catch me in a duel, I'm coming for you, son, right? I'm coming for you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, let's just, right? If it's like to the point of a duel, I don't think the dude's gonna like point into the sky, but it was a nice thought, I suppose.
Where's my son?
Mr. Hamilton, come in. They brought him in a half an hour ago.
So Eliza's
He lost
like,
a lot of blood
Is
on the
he
way
alive?
over. Yes, but you have to understand, the bullet entered just above his hip and lodged in his
Can
right
I see
arm.
him, please?
I'm doing everything I can, but the wound was already infected.
why wasn't he there at the duel? Seriously, why wasn't he at his own son's duel?
I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my head up high.
I know. Shh, I know. Shh, I know.
Jeez.
Everything just right.
Even before we got to 10, I was aiming for the sky.
I know. Shh, I know. Shh, I know. Save your strength and stay alive.
Is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know?
Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught me.
My son,
We played piano.
you piano.
Ah,
You would put your hands on mine.
You changed the melody every time.
I would always.
oh man.
I know.
Another kind of callbacks, and they kind of showed us that kind of when he was 12 or whatever, right, in the last video. So now callbacks to that too, to their relationship. Oh man, this is freaking sad. Wait, so are they both gonna die in a duel? Does he die in a duel? I don't even know. Jeez. Oh, she actually crying too? Jeez. Wow. And it kind of seemed like she had some tears and she was actually crying there, by the way. Hey, before I started this, by the way, when I was looking this up, I saw that there was apparently like an LA cast or something like that, which is kind of insane. I think that if I wanted to see this, I would definitely want to see the original cast and stuff. No offense to them, I'm sure they're great as well, but I feel like you gotta be down with the OGs with this one, right? This is pretty cool. Must be dope if you actually got to see this live with Lynn. Oh snap, Angelica.
Moments that the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can and push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so
Like this.
deep, it feels easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable.
Hamiltons move uptown.
Hours in the garden. I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about this. Like, if this stuff is true, like, how do they possibly know this stuff? Like, I mean, I mean, does he have journals or something that they kept? Like they don't write every single thing that they're thinking and doing down, right? Is this just kind of an interpretation of things that are written down and kind of put together? Or like I said, is this like actual like excerpts or something from the man's journal? I don't know. I'd be curious to know. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be looking up a lot more stuff after this. And this kind of has reinvigorated my, I don't know, my love for history and things like this too. So this is pretty cool.
A sign of the cross at the door, and I pray. That never used to happen before.
Man, it's like a sad part of his life though, right?
Walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity.
Philip, you would like it uptown. It's quiet uptown.
He's working through the unimaginable.
His hair is gone gray. He passes every day. They say he walks the length of the city.
You knock me out, I fall.
Can you imagine?
This is sad. So she stayed with him?
Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, Eliza, but hear me out. That would be enough. If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now.
It's interesting that he's acting so sad though, I feel like, because it seems like when he was alive, it's like he didn't want to give either one of them the time of day. At least that's kind of how they're portraying him, right? He's like more into, you know, his work and stuff all the time. So it's actually surprising that he seems to be this sad by this, right?
And that would be enough.
But what, did she stay with him then because of this?
Don't pretend to know the challenges we're facing. I know there's no replacing what we've lost, and you need time, but I'm not afraid. I know who I married. Just let me stay here by your side. That would be enough.
See him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity.
Eliza, do you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown.
He is trying to do the unimaginable.
This is literally like super sad part of his life, like the whole time, right now.
Look around, Eliza.
There are moments that the words don't reach. There's a grace too powerful to name. We push away what we can never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They are standing in the garden. Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Man. And she's like really crying. These people are making me feel this, duders. They're like really crying up in here. Wow. So she forgave him and they stayed together after all of that. I wonder how much time, I'm sure a lot of like time has passed, like years, months, I wonder. Let me know what you know, duders. And remember to subscribe if you're feeling the content. Unless you're scared. If you don't subscribe, we're about to duel, son. Sorry, I'll put them away.
The election of 1800.
Election
We get
of
back to
18...
politics. Please. Yo, every action has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams shat the bed. I love the guy, but he's in traction. Poor Alexander
Addison.
Hamilton, he is missing in
Yeah.
action. So now
By the way, I
facing
still
Aaron
love that that line from last time that we saw. Madison is mad as a hatter, so take your medicine. Just the way that they flow with some of these is dope. Although we haven't been getting many rap vibes, I suppose, with this video so far.
opposite reaction. John Adams shat the bed. I love the guy, but he's in traction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr with his own faction.
He's very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chances.
He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances.
Ask him a question that glances off, he obfuscates, he dances.
And they say I'm a Francophile. At least they know I know where France is.
Thomas, that's the problem. See, they see Burr as a less extreme you. You need to change course. A key endorsement might redeem you.
Who did you have in mind?
Don't laugh.
Who is it?
You used to work on the same staff. It might be nice.
What?
Nice to get Hamilton on your side.
It might be nice. It might be
Oh, nice.
to get Hamilton on
Nice. Oh, I love the callbacks, right? Because then last time they were saying like it must be nice, right, to have Washington on your side, kind of jealous of Hamilton a little bit, and now they were pushing him away, but now they're kind of like, ooh, maybe it'll be good to get him back on your side again. These snakes, right? Again, the freaking the comparisons we can draw to the modern day like times that we live in, right, duders? If you feel me, subscribe. If you got something in your eyeball, like I do, get it out and let's press play.
Talk less, smile more. Don't let them know what's for against or what's all for. Shake hands with
I love
them,
this dude's voice.
charm her. It's 1800, ladies, tell your husbands, vote for Burr. I don't like
Vote
Adams.
for Burr.
Lose. That's just a fetus.
And Jefferson? In love with France.
Yeah, he's so elitist.
I like that Aaron Burr.
I can't believe we're here with him.
He seems approachable.
Like you could grab a beer with him.
You could grab a beer.
It's quiet uptown. It's quiet uptown. Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir, you
Alexander.
created quite a stir, Sir,
I'll snap.
Door to door.
openly campaigning.
Sure.
That's new.
Sure.
Honestly, it's kind of draining.
Burr,
Sir.
is there anything you wouldn't do?
No, I'm chasing what I want. And you know what?
What?
I learned that from you.
I'll snap. That's true. This obsessive man.
It's up to the delegates. It's up to Hamilton.
Yo! The people are asking to hear my voice. The country is facing a difficult choice. And if you were to ask me who I'd promote, Jefferson has my vote.
I'll snap.
I've never agreed with Jefferson once. We have fought on like 75 different fronts. But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned.
I'll snap. This is probably one of the main turning points where Burr is kind of like, what, right? Where he's kind of like, okay, maybe we're not on the same freaking team, kind of deal. Oh man,
Your side.
it's just what he believes in, though, right? Can't they all have beliefs?
And
You won in a landslide.
Congrats on a race well run. I did give you a fight. I look forward to our partnership
our partnership.
as your vice president.
Yeah, right. You hear this guy? Man openly campaigns against me. Talk about I look forward to our partnership.
It is crazy that the guy who comes in second gets to be vice president.
Ooh, you know what? We can change that. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm the president. Burr,
Is that true?
see Hamilton? Thank him for the endorsement.
Dang. So it's that easy, huh? Like he literally just like before I thought he was on kind of chilling with Burr, right? And they were kind of in cahoots together, but now simply because of a campaign endorsement, he's like, take a hike, pip squeak kind of deal. It's messed up. It is all about them beefs, right? All about them beefs, about them beefs, about them beefs. Sorry. We'll just keep going. Interesting.
Immigrant, orphan.
Oh, look, see? Now he's really like,
Somehow endorsed Thomas Jefferson, his enemy. A man he's despised since the beginning. Just to keep me from winning. I wanna be
getting dark, right?
where it happens, where it happens, the room where it happens. You kept me from the room where it
Kept me from the room. Oh,
the
man.
last time.
It is creepy how he like blames all of his life on like this dude, right? On Hamilton. Like, get real.
Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon with
I like
the
this one.
effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you've
I like
got
this song, this
something to
beat's
say,
cool.
name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient
This is a waltz, actually.
servant. A.Burr.
Mr. Vice
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's a waltz. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Right? It's pretty dope. I like that one. Apparently, I like waltzes, party people. Hashtag waltz. Something.
Name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant. A.Burr.
Mr. Vice President,
Burr.
I am not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I have always worn it on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you would need to cite a more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey, I have not been shy. I am
Dope
just a
flows.
guy in the public eye, trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be your obedient servant. A.Ham.
E.Ham.
Careful how you proceed, good man. Intemperate indeed, good man. Answer for the accusations I lay at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man.
Your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said. Every bit of it.
Also, it is interesting too. I guess they were kind of going back and forth writing each other letters. That has to be a little bit different compared to what we do now, right? We can like text somebody immediately, but that they're like writing letters takes days or weeks to get to them back and forth. So now their beef is like extended or something. Can you even like stay mad that long? I guess it was pretty serious actually, now that I think about it, right? Because in the heat of the moment or something, I get it, but if they're like, he's gonna stay mad this long for weeks or months in between letters and stuff, so he must really be pissed. I don't know, just thinking out loud. Let me know what you know or what you think, you little rascals.
And only for yourself, it's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true.
Then stand, Alexander. We hawking. Dawn.
Talking.
Drawn.
You're on.
I have the honor to be your obedient servant.
So just like that, they're gonna duel?
Hey, that bird.
Bam. Just like that, the freaking duel is set up? That's how they handled things back then? We disagree, so let's murder each other in the street. I'm glad it doesn't work like that anymore, party people. How about you? Well, for the most part, it doesn't. Yes.
Alexander, come back to sleep.
I have an early meeting out of town.
I can't believe she stayed with him, honestly.
Walk outside.
I know. I just need to write something down.
Why do you write like you're running out of time? Come back to
Another callback.
would be enough.
I'll be back before you know I'm gone.
Come back to sleep.
This meeting's at 1.
Well, I'm going back to sleep.
Hey. Best
That's such
wives in
That's such an interesting thought and an interesting lyric, actually. Why do you write like you're running out of time? And I know I've had to have mentioned that in other videos before, but that really is interesting, right? It is like some people do know like what they were meant for on the planet Earth or something like that, right? Like just once in a while, there are some characters that come across in history or whatever that just seem like that is literally like what they were put on the planet for. And maybe he just knew it. Maybe he was lucky enough to just know, but he knew he literally was running out of time or something. That's like, I don't know, crazy thought, right?
best of women.
One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 things you need to know. Number 1, we rode across the Hudson at dawn. My friend William
snap.
P. Van Ness signed on as my number 2. Hamilton arrived with his crew. Nathaniel Pendleton and the doctor that he knew.
Daniel Pendleton.
Hamilton examined
The name sounds
brain.
familiar for some
I
reason.
could tell you what was happening in his brain. This man has poisoned my political pursuits.
Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4.
Hamilton drew first position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with a marksman's ability. The doctor turned around so he could have deniability.
Oh snap. The doctor turned around so he could have deniability. That's messed up. Hold on. I forget what I was gonna say. I guess I was just thinking, oh, this is all is because I guess he claims that Hamilton is his reason for not being able to become president. That's kind of crazy. I mean, he could have ran again after that, right? Also, I wanted to talk about who was that, Madison or Jefferson? When he was the president, did he actually change the rule that it's not who comes in second place, it's that you get to actually pick your own vice president? That's actually pretty insane, learning the history about this in a country that I live in that I literally apparently didn't even know that stuff. Again, I don't know what is like factual or not just yet, but I will learn from you folks and I will learn from reading some stuff after this. Pretty cool. I'm glad we're finally finishing it up.
Drew first position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with a marksman's ability.
A marksman's
the doctor
ability.
turned around so he could have deniability.
Oh,
Now I
snap.
didn't know this at the time, but we were near
Near the same spot your son died.
Is that why? 6. He examined his gun with
Damn,
some trigger.
that's messed
I
up.
watched as he methodically fiddles with the trigger. 7. Confession time. Here's what I got. My fellow soldiers will tell you I'm a terrible shot.
Number 8.
Your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. They won't teach you this in your classes, but look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take deadly aim. It's him or me. The world will never be the same. I had only one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter. Number 9. Look him in the eyes, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me. I see it coming. Do I run or fire my gun or let it be? There is no beat, no melody. BURR, my first friend, my enemy. Maybe the last face I ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you remember me? What if this bullet is my legacy? Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song someone will sing for me. America, you great unfinished symphony you sent for me. You let me make a difference, a place where even orphan immigrants can leave their fingerprints. Rise up, I'm running out of time, I'm running and my time's up. Wise up, eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other
This
side.
is like so genius.
Lawrence leads a soldier's chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up, Eliza. My love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side.
My God. It's like they froze that moment.
Raise a glass to freedom.
He aims his pistol at the sky.
Wait! I struck him right between his ribs. I walked towards him, but I ushered away. Rowing back across the Hudson. I get a drink. I hear wailing in the streets. Somebody tells me you'd better hide. They say Angelica and Eliza were both at his side when he died. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. History obliterates in every picture it paints me. And
These are genius lyrics.
when Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. Survived, but I paid for it. Now I'm the villain in your history.
Did forget that they were friends originally too.
I should have known. I should have known the world was wide enough for both Hamilton
Yeah.
and
That's what I'm saying.
the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and
And
Let me tell you.
And what is the business with pointing your pistol to the sky? Is that actually like a gentleman freaking like thing to do or whatever? Like, I don't know. And these, like, not only his son's duel, but this guy just didn't follow the rules or something? Or I don't know. I feel like I'm not getting into a duel unless like that's like deadly forces happening or something. That's kind of crazy. Like I said, I'm glad we don't do that anymore, but wow. That was my favorite part of the whole thing right here, party people. That was so dope and so effing genius how they were about to shoot and then they like, it literally like froze that moment in time and went through like all the thoughts he might have been thinking or something like that. That was dope. Freaking snaps for Lynn. Oh my God, genius. Okay, yeah, let's go back a little bit and let's finish this sucker up.
tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who
This is
lives,
Washington,
who
right?
dies, who tells your story.
President Jefferson.
I'll give him this. His financial system is a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I tried.
I tried.
President Madison.
He took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit that he gave us.
Wow.
Every other founding father's story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old.
And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story? Who tells your story?
I put myself back in the narrative. I stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough. I interview every soldier who fought by your side.
She tells our story.
I try to make sense of your thousands of pages of writings. You really do write like you're running out of time. I rely on Angelica. While she's alive, we tell your story. She's buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. And I'm still not through. I ask myself, what would you do if you had more time? The Lord in his kindness, he gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument.
Tells my story.
I speak out against slavery. You could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell our story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of?
I'm like literally gonna cry right now. This is like so amazing. Apparently Eliza was a badass. I didn't even know that until right now. This is like so genius. I've never seen something like this. This is amazing. I don't even know why I feel like that right now.
The first private war. Can I show you?
So she came back and she tried to like continue and finish his work, even though he was kind of a piece of crap to her, right? Wow, that is an interesting thought too. Like, who writes your story, or like other people write it about you, or some of these other guys that maybe weren't cool to him when they were alive. It changes when you're dead or whatever. Like, well, he kind of is cool. I'm glad though that these folks seem to realize that you don't write your own history. Like maybe the fellow that's currently in the White House, at least at the time of this filming, not for much longer, is, you know, he kind of seems like he wants to put himself on monuments and stuff and give himself grand exits and things like that, but that's not really how it works. Other people will kind of tell your story. Anyway, wow, this is just a lot of emotions and thoughts going through this. This is really amazing, and just I really have a newfound like appreciation for history, I think, too. Jeez, and there's still a few minutes left.
What I'm proudest of. I established
Orphanage.
private
Orphanage.
orphanage in New York City. I helped raise hundreds of children. I get to see them growing up.
Well, she's a badass.
In your eyes, I see you, Alexander. I see you every time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell my story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter
Man.
of time.
And she's saying like I see you in their eyes every time. Like that is kind of a continuation of his legacy or something like that. That is just amazing, and it's so badass that this woman apparently in history did this. Like this is in a time, remember, when like women were not treated very very well, right? So that's just amazing, and I'm glad that this is getting told now, kind of, right? Even though it's literally hundreds of years later. That's kind of insane. I'm totally gonna like look into all sorts of this stuff. I know I keep stopping and you guys are like, just play it, but oh my god, I'm getting all emotional, duders. This is so sick. Here he comes. His ghost, perhaps? Is that his real hair? Why'd she gasp? Is that she dies then? That is that like her death is the end of it? I seriously want to stop recording right now because I literally just feel like crying. I don't know why. It was amazing. Is that the stage director? That was for real, like so amazing. And by the way, like all these characters too, like, you know, it's not a white cast and everything, just everything about this is so genius and amazing. I can't believe, like, I don't know. I never would have watched this if you guys didn't mention it and stuff, so thanks too. I feel like such an idiot right now. I literally just like feel like crying and I don't know why. Sorry. Let's keep going because a crying weirdo. Rise Up remix. Is that it?
Hey yo, mug shot, gunshot, dope shot, jump shot. Take your pick, but you only get one shot. Advice from a school teacher to a young top.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. Ron Chernow. Ah. I don't want to read that. All right. That was intense at the end, which is funny because I kind of took a break for a couple weeks and sort of forgot where we were at a little bit. And then we come to this, duders. Thank you so much for watching and following along with me. Let me know what you know or think about this, or if you've seen it before, or if you just want to make fun of me for crying and stuff like that. Again, I'm not even exactly sure why. It was just powerful, right? It was just intense, powerful for like a plethora of reasons. And I don't know if it did, but that shit should win some awards, duders. If you feel me, subscribe or something. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like I said, subscribe down below if you're new to my channel and you enjoy my content. Follow me on the Instagrams at The Real Natural Reaction, and you can also submit official reaction requests to my Patreon if you feel so inclined. Have a great rest of the day. Keep it real. Make sure you let me know what we should check out for the next time for our live events and stuff like that. And I guess I'll just have to catch you on the next Natural Reaction.